What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Today we are gonna dissect Jeremy Fragrance's black tie on this channel. And yes, I dare to say that because, again, although I'm late to the game, again, there are so many of you out there who are just starting out and you just discovered Jeremy's channel. So again, all things aside, Jeremy was one of the few channels, Jeremy Fragrance was one of the few channels that really got me interested into reviewing. But then again, I started my fragrance journey way back in the 2000s, and then I never got the courage to, stand in front of the camera and then eventually talk about my passion and the fragrances that I really like. So today, I do dare to say that yes, I was a fan, I'm still a fan, all the mental and whatever issues he's having right now. But I pray that he just comes back to his senses and, start doing what he does best. So without much delay, let's get down to business. Like I said, we are going to dissect this fragrance, Black Tie, from Fragrance One, which is Jeremy's brand. Let me give you the note breakdown. So over here, you got Brazilian mandarin, Italian lemon, and American orange oil on the top. In the mids, you get Gaiac wood from Paraguay. And on the base, you got vetiver, patchouli, and cardamom. Pretty straightforward, right? So guys, these fragrances are not very well priced. If you have noticed in his website, I think they're shutting down. Of course, like many of you know that his company, Fragrance One, is shutting down and they do run massive sales sometimes. So that's when I got hold of this one. Now, why did I get it so late? Because of course, I saw a ton of mixed reactions about his fragrances. Like some people hated the guy himself, but loved the fragrances. And there was a whole different, like a ton of combination about how people took his brand. So personally, I like fragrances, so I really don't give a shit what he's doing, but I was ready to spend money and find out what his fragrance is all about. And of course, I did not spend the full retail price. Of course, I got it when it went on discounts. Now, my first impression when I sprayed this fragrance was absolutely horrible. Because when you first spray it, you just opened the packaging, you took off the cap and you sprayed it on your hand or body, wherever, the initial alcohol blast kind of will ruin your experience. I got kind of like, those disinfectant cleaners used at the doctor's office or at the hospitals. It has this distinct bad pungent smell, which is, it just overwhelms your senses. It probably makes you nauseous sometimes. I kind of tolerate that smell. That's the kind of smell I got. I was just thrown aback. I was like, fuck, did I really waste all that money? Because I did see quite a lot of prominent reviewers say that this is one of his finer creations. But then again, I was ready to give it a second try. Maybe I thought okay, maybe the initial alcohol blast just threw me off, and I was ready to give it a second chance. So the next time when I wore it, what I did was I sprayed it 5-6 times in the open air, point blank, and then I applied it on my skin. That's when I absolutely started to realize that yes, the alcohol blast is what's causing the problems, where some of the people are saying when I sprayed it, it just smells so stinky, it's really bad. Guys, do yourself a favor. Whenever you get this fragrance, anybody who's buying it for the first time, please don't spray it right away on your skin. Go away in the open air somewhere. Spray it 5-6 times, just waste a couple of sprays, let that alcohol just go out, and then let the real juice start coming out. That's when you will feel the magic. Initially, when you spray this fragrance, you get this really strong, it's pretty dominating. It's a very dominating fragrance in my opinion. And it opens up fruity, but there's a dark nuance and a dark covering to it. And I'm pretty sure this thing is coming from the patchouli, because patchouli over here, it's kind of like the dirty, earthy kind of patchouli, which is dark. Again, has a dark, dry, woody base. And that's something, it just starts from the very beginning. Even though you smell that fruity part, it dries down very nicely, because over here, the mandarin, the lemon, and the orange oil, it has this distinct kind of aroma. And with that, the patchouli is dominant from the very beginning, which again is kind of dirty, earthy. kind of like dry woody kind of vibe, but that's how it is. It starts drying down. As this fragrance dries down, the sweetness slowly starts to take over. And again, the gaiac wood over here, it's kind of like has the tad bit of sweetness, sweet, dry, woody kind of dry down you're getting from this gaiac wood in the mid. And as this fragrance further dries down, what I discovered was that the vetiver and the patchouli and cardamom has this distinct kind of smell. It's no longer patchouli by itself. It's no longer a dominating vetiver, but it's no longer like a spicy cardamom right away, spicy, sexy cardamom. It's not like that, but it acts like in combination. It's not like you get pops of each of these. You don't get that. It develops really nice. And then again, remember, this is a very masculine kind of fragrance. It's very dominating. So the projection power, the lasting power on this is humongous. I got more than 10 hours of super solid performance on this. Forget about projection, because unless your skin is extremely dry or extremely bad condition, like it absorbs everything. If it's not like that, you will get a solid 8 to 10 hours of super solid performance. Anything that comes close to this fragrance, unless it's like super well sprayed, like oversprayed, this thing is probably gonna drown that. I can assure you that much. Like, again, not endorsed, not because I'm a Jeremy fan. I used to be a Jeremy fan back in the days, but it's not like I'm being endorsed by this brand, but this is the case. A lot of people complain that it doesn't perform on me, but remember, fragrances are extremely subjective. Maybe your skin is not working properly with the oils in this fragrance. So maybe that's why you're not getting the desired performance or projection that you want, right? So again, don't just hate something because like it didn't work good on you. Like there are hundreds and thousands of people out there who confirm they did get good performance out of this thing, right? So those people are probably not wrong. I'm pretty sure Jeremy didn't pay like a ton of people, like not that much. So again, no hate, just being honest over here. So that was my take on Jeremy Fragrance's Black Tie. So guys, that was my humble opinion on this fragrance. Whatever you feel like, please do let me know in the comments section below, and I'll be more than happy to respond to your inquiries. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like this content, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Until the next video, please take care, stay safe, and all the best.